mistaken.
Wow.
And so this was going on before he became head coach, and clearly he thought it'd still be all good if he was the head coach and still was doing this. So now, to me, Julia, this is, I mean, what an incredible week. You start off this week, the head coach of the University of Michigan. You have a press conference talking about the bowl game that you're going to face Texas in, the Citrus Bowl on New Year's Eve, and you end your week in jail, and now some of the conditions that are a part of Moore's $25,000 bond includes a GPS monitor, of course, no contact with the woman, and orders not to go to the woman's residence.
Oh, you showed me the photo of his house, too. $12.5 million he's out now.
Yes, and he will not get that. And so this is a bad deal all the way around. And I mean, even now, I know this is something that very few people are probably thinking about, but once you get out of jail, where do you go? I'm sure you can't go back home.
No, you're not going home.
You're not going home.
How about this? The biggest thing, I feel bad for the players, and I feel bad for the university and the students and all the fans.
Yeah.
He let a lot of people down.
Oh, absolutely.
It's 3:56 on WTMJ. Here's your business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
The Bucks' international sponsorship revenue now nearly exceeds domestic revenue. Giannis's global popularity is driving the team's international appeal, with the Bucks hiring 2 overseas-based sales executives last June to manage its deals abroad. A state panel just approved a $25 million study to look into widening Interstate 94. DOT officials will explore widening the highway in western Waukesha County to 3 lanes in each direction. And a rare Spanish-style Whitefish Bay home was listed last week for $1.1 million. It already has several offers. I'm Addison Lathers for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
This report is sponsored by the beautiful Pfister Hotel. Make your reservations today at thepfisterhotel.com.
Experience the magic of the holidays at the Pfister Hotel. Step into timeless elegance, classic decor, and a setting that feels like a holiday storybook come to life. Celebrate the season at the Pfister Hotel with unforgettable moments for the whole family. From gingerbread house making to breakfast with Santa to the Pfister Hotel spectacular Christmas celebration brunch. Make this holiday season sparkle at the Pfister Hotel. Visit thepfisterhotel.com/holidays to learn more.
America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait. And TC Energy is moving forward confidently. The Wisconsin Reliability Project is unlocking billions in economic growth by connecting Wisconsin with reliable North American natural gas, helping the entire state go further. TC Energy, energy connected. Learn how we're strengthening America from the inside out at tcenergy.com.
John Mercure here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes, Santa Claus is magical, but his elves aren't qualified to build Pella windows. No, it's just too many options, colors, designs, customizations, and the quality of their craftsmanship. Santa's team has all those toys to build for the boys and girls around the world and not enough time. So instead of going through the big red guy, take advantage of this Pella deal. Right now, get 0% interest for 24 months. It's a festive time of year that puts most people in a great mood. But after the holidays, we deal with the bleakest time of year in Wisconsin. I know. Those cold days, it's usually when we get the most snow. And so now's the time to ensure your home remains comfortable thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. I've got a customized front window from Pella. It's gorgeous. It's energy efficient. My new patio door, incredible. Take advantage of this great deal. 0% interest for 24 months. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 12/31/24. What a great Christmas gift. Visit PellaWI.com.
This message reaches 1 million people or more every week. Spreading the gospel is more than one voice speaking to 1 million. It is and must continue to be 1 million voices, each speaking to one, pointing them to our friend Jesus.
The Lutheran Hour with Dr. Michael Ziegler.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Holiday gifts made easy at Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan, right across the Wisconsin border. Shop award-winning, organically grown products, plus incense, apparel, and more. And yes, Sasquatch is waiting. Order now at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Through trusted relationships and national reach, CVS Health is uniquely positioned to simplify care. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
It's 4:01. I'm Jessica Gatso. Your top story, calling for a judicial misconduct investigation in Wisconsin.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and southbound 41 staying heavy from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive. The northbound side's backed up from Mayfair Road up to about Silver Spring. Eastbound 94 backing up from 92nd Street to Hawley Road. More delays coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th. The westbound side slowing down from about 20th Street all the way to Hawley Road. And then southbound on the bypass, you've got backups starting at Lincoln down through the Hale interchange all the way past Forest Home. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Freezing temperatures set in tonight. A cold weather advisory begins at midnight for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, skies become partly cloudy, a low of 5 degrees below zero inland and 1 below zero at the lake. Wind chills from 5 to 15 below zero. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Senator Ron Johnson is asking the Department of Justice to investigate allegations of judicial misconduct. Former Trump aides Jim Troupis, Kenneth Chesbrough, and Mike Roman each face 11 felony charges for their roles in the 2020 Wisconsin fake electors scheme. Earlier this week, the men filed a motion arguing judicial misconduct by the Dane County judge in this case. Judge John Hyland rejected those arguments and Troupis' call for moving the case to another county. A preliminary hearing is set for Monday. The Justice Department has filed a lawsuit against Fulton County, Georgia, over 2020 election records.
The federal lawsuit demands election officials turn over ballots, signature envelopes, and digital files from the 2020 election, which the county has previously told the DOJ are under a court-ordered seal. Recently, Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitts blasted the continued spotlight on the 2020 election.
The focus ought to be on 26 and 28 rather than trying to rehash 2020.
The DOJ wants the court to order the county to turn over the records and accuses the county's clerk of violating the law for failing to produce them sooner. Jonathan O'Brien, ABC News. Atlanta.
A pair of 3-judge panels will meet for the first time to discuss 2 lawsuits challenging Wisconsin's congressional districts.
Last month, the state Supreme Court ordered that the redistricting cases be first heard by the 3-judge panels, employing a process created by Republicans over a decade ago, but never before used in the state. Both pending redistricting cases argue the state's congressional maps are an unconstitutional gerrymander favoring Republicans. They're pushing for new district boundaries in time for next year's election. The judicial panels will determine a schedule for moving forward in both cases. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
A devastating early morning fire at a popular restaurant in Muskego.
The Test Corners Fire Department crews spent Friday morning putting out what was left of a massive fire at Bass Bay Brewhouse in Muskego. Firefighters were called just after 6 a.m. and found heavy smoke and flames already spreading through the building. Everyone inside got out safely. A second alarm was called, bringing in departments from surrounding communities. Freezing temperatures and no nearby fire hydrants made the fire especially difficult to fight. The cause has not yet been determined. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
A woman faces charges in a hit-and-run crash that severely injured a Lyft driver. 24-year-old Jenny Fisher from Milwaukee struck the man near Van Buren and Knapp on December 1st as he was unloading luggage. Police found Fisher at her parents' New Berlin home after investigating an insurance claim and a false police report. 26-year-old Abed Zanoun is still in critical condition. Fisher faces 1 felony charge. She's due back in court next week. Coming up, a Wisconsin win in college regional semifinals. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 4:05.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, and they offer early memory loss classes to help you. They specialize in this area. It's kindness at the core, locations throughout southeast Wisconsin. It's compassion, it's empathy. It's Wisconsin-based and family-owned, always welcoming people to come tour and welcome their new residents. I've seen their places. They're top-notch. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You ever wonder how your house would look if it were a different color, or had a new roof, or maybe a splashy front door? Well, you can see for yourself just by going to TriCountyContractingWI.com. Add a photo of your house and design a new look. Then call them when you're ready. TriCountyContractingWI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Storm Fisher with Storm Fisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
WTMJ's John Mercure here. I love my dogs, Bella and Baxter, an important part of our family. They're kind of like kids sometimes, and like kids, they weren't always listening, but I've got it figured out now. Thanks to Matt and his teams at Sit Means Sit Dog Training, our dogs are better behaved. They don't bark as much. They just listen better. They're happy, confident, obedient. Our house is a better house. Sit Means Sit Dog Training turned it around for us. Let them do the same for you. You can start with a free consultation. The website is sitmeanssitwaukesha.com. Sitmeanssitwaukesha.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. Packers running back Josh Jacobs sits out practice this week as he continues to battle a knee injury. Jacobs is expected to suit up and play Sunday when the Packers face the Broncos in Denver. The Bucs hit the road for a Saturday night contest in Brooklyn against the Nets. In college basketball, Marquette visits number 1 ranked Purdue for a 1 o'clock tip Saturday afternoon. And the Badgers women's volleyball team defeats Stanford 3-1 in the NCAA regional semifinals. They play Texas next on Sunday. Badgers sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding and a whole lot more. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 4:07.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. As we get closer to the end of the year, what can you do to make sure you are not paying more in taxes than you have to? What deductions are commonly overlooked? What new items were created by the new tax law? How will the changes affect you? Are you using all the strategies available to reduce your taxes? You still have time to get your financial records in order to make sure you don't pay more in taxes than you absolutely have to. Avoiding taxes is perfectly fine. Evading taxes can land you in prison. Remember last year when you said never again? Don't do the same thing this year and expect different results. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call 414-325-2040 now to set up a meeting to see how you can take advantage of all the tax laws. Don't be surprised again on April 15th. The first meeting is free. That's 414-325-2040 or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air. Broadcasting live from the Catco Kids to Kids Toy Drive at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. Here are your hosts, Julia Fello and Telly Hughes.
Oh, it's so nice to be here. I feel like everyone is giving back. And what Tori Lowe said with 101.7 The Truth, he came over to say hi. He said, I feel like I'm the closest I'll ever get to the North Pole.
And that is so accurate. And when he said that, I was like, that is spot on.
I know, 20 years celebrating the Kids to Kids Toy Drive. It's absolutely fantastic. We're here in Grafton. We hope you stop by, drop off a toy, and, help make the holidays a little brighter for kids and families, instill the spirit of giving in our community. That's what this event is all about. And tomorrow, for the Celebration of Giving event from 3 to 7 here on Badger Circle, it's right across from Grafton Village Hall. If you want to figure out where we are, you can come here and just help and make everybody their holidays a little bit brighter. It's absolutely fantastic. They're trying to have 20,000 toys donated for their 20th year. All right, time for your weekend review. New Wisconsin license plates, jury selection for Judge Dugan, and the standouts of the year and more. It's the weekend review brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
What we do here is go.
Are we on? No.
You got me?
Intercepting! Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers will win it!
I think I kind of got high. It was kind of high. Did I jump high?
Yeah, you jumped high, man.
You are an idiot. No, I'm not.
Racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world.
You are fired from this place, motherfucker. You're not going to be working here.
Suck it.
Suck what?
Cinnabon, by the way, has since fired her.
Todd Alba, who is joining me for today and tomorrow, co-hosting, filling in for Steve, who is on a very well-earned vacation.
He's the hardest working man in radio, Kristen, if you ask him.
Shut the hell up.
Governor Telly Evers and the Wisconsin Department of Transportation just unveiled the designs for Wisconsin's newest state license plates.
Yeah, you know what it is.
It's like Pittsburgh Steelers colors. That's all it is. Very plain.
Bryce Terang. He's officially headed to the World Baseball Classic this March, representing Team USA.
Bryce Terang will be getting some meaningful at-bats when most people are just kind of coasting through spring training.
Moneyball doing what he does better than just about anybody, and that's score touchdowns.
Is just a wildly impressive person with what he's turned his career into. It's crazy to think about how good he was while also abusing his body like that.
He certainly deserves to be in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Everybody's talking about this attempted hostile takeover of Warner Brothers by either Netflix or Paramount.
I prefer to have as many different companies out there as possible and fewer mergers. You hate to see a big conglomerate.
Decision Wisconsin. Greater Milwaukee Committee President Joel Brennan is now joining the crowded Democratic field for Wisconsin's gubernatorial race.
It starts with the people who are closest to you, and those are the people who have given me the green light on this, and that gives me some wind at my back to think that I've got something to say to the state of Wisconsin.
Happy to be joined by Bucks President Peter Feigin. There's been a lot of noise around the Milwaukee Bucks for the last week or so.
This is kind of Groundhog's Day. It comes back. It is terrible for our fans. It is terrible internally and externally. It's like the world of clickbait, and to make this happen.
Judge Hannah Dugan, Milwaukee County Judge. She is in federal court right now. Jury selection may wrap up soon.
They have been asked extensively about their political backgrounds, their political views, and their knowledge of media coverage on this situation. And
Porter the other way, goes into the air, thought about the three and said, feeds it to Portis. He'll step into the three, and he drills it. Bobby Portis hits again.
This really was a total team performance tonight and a much-needed win.
Some breaking news this morning out of Muskego. The Bass Bay Brew House on fire.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
The SOTs.
Microsoft President Brad Smith.
We will train more than 100,000 people in Wisconsin by the end of the decade so they have the AI skills to fill the jobs of tomorrow.
Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Brenda Caselius.
No one person does this work alone. It takes a whole team and a whole community, and I'm just really grateful to the Milwaukee community for everything that they've done for our kids.
Television show host Kanya Hendricks Shue.
My name is Kanya Hendricks Shue, and I'm a broker and a businesswoman.
Her goal? Revitalize the city of Beloit. Former Packers president Mark Murphy.
I'm not so sure I deserve it, but I'll take it.
Oh, come on.
I'm retired now, so.
Deep thoughts.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over.
I hate to have to ask you this, but what's going on with the boat? I knew you were going to ask me about the boat.
What a week, eh? What a week.
Suck what?
Hannah Butter.
Are we on? Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
That is the Weekend Review, brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Text WEEK to the Siding Unlimited Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620, if you would like to hear it again. Week. All right, coming up next, a big start to the week. We're going to have our Packers game, and our Green and Gold insider, Jason Wilde, joins us from Green Bay next.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop. Please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 28-ounce selective varieties, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, $2.79. 0.75 to 2.64-ounce selective varieties, McCormick packet gravy, 4 for $5. 24 to 28-ounce selective varieties, grown in Idaho frozen potatoes, 2 for $7. 15 to 150-count selective varieties, solo cups or plates, 2 for $7.
And now, time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top.
Free groceries on Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered. Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. It's cold here in Milwaukee, and if you've been thinking about new windows, it's good you waited, because during Window Nation's end of the year sale, get 50% off, plus you could get 0% interest for 5 years. On windows that stop the cold wintry drafts, seal out moisture, and so energy efficient, you'll save money on your utility bills. Installed in 1 day. Lifetime warranty and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Sale ends soon. Don't miss out on big savings. WindowNation.com to get started.
Traffic is sponsored by Rejuvenix Arthritis Pain Clinics. Go to rejuvenix.com for an appointment.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Our podcast is sponsored by Daybreak Camp Heating. Your comfort is their family's tradition. Debbie Lazaga, how are the roads?
Well, you got a new accident on 4394 southbound at Beecher. The left lane is blocked, so watch out for that. They are walking around the vehicle, so just be extra careful. We've got delays basically coming in from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette to that point, so keep that one in mind. We've also got a crash on the ramp from southbound 43 to westbound 94 in the Marquette as well. That one's at least off on the right shoulder. On westbound 94, backing up from 27th Street to Holly Road, the eastbound side slowing down from just before 84th to Holly Road as well. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Cold weather advisory goes into effect starting at midnight for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight becoming partly cloudy, 5 below 0 inland, 1 below 0 at the lake. It'll feel like it's 15 below 0 with wind chills. And tomorrow, the wind chill make it feel like it's 25 below 0. Sunday, sunny, but still not going to move anything. It's going to be a wind chill of 25 below 0. Monday, partly cloudy, a high of 20. We get a little bit better. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, a high of 36.
From sidelines to the locker room.
This is unlike anything else that's ever happened in franchise history. Now, I know what I'm saying when I say that.
And everything in between.
How many times are you going to come to my press conference late? We got a rule in the team meeting. You don't interrupt the meeting. Sit your butt outside.
No one covers the team like Jason Wilde.
Well, that's very kind of you to say, but I don't do enough politics.
It's time to get caught up on the green and gold on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Jason, how are we doing?
I'm cold. I just got done taping my TV hits, and I can barely feel my fingers anymore. You were given that weather forecast, and I can confirm you are 100% right. It is cold here at Lambeau Field.
Jason, now I'm going to start off by saying I love your intro even more knowing the story behind it. That is just every time I hear that now, that's what I'm going to think about. But it is amazing that you're going to leave Wisconsin and go to Denver, and you would think the weather will be, pretty comparable, but it's going to be 60 degrees out there on Sunday. And I know I asked you when we spoke earlier in the week, and I was asking you about if the team would go out to Denver to get a little early start and get used to, adapted to the altitude. Mm-hmm. Is that going to be the case, or is this going to be a normal travel week for the Packers?
No, it's a normal travel week, Telly. And what I thought was interesting is that, Josh Jacobs has played there before because he played in the AFC West when he was with the Raiders. So he's been there and played there every year until he got to the Packers last season. And he said that I thought it was really interesting. And obviously, I'm not the finely tuned athlete that he is. He said that what you really want to do is work out extra hard before the game so you're hitting your second wind before the game, as the game starts, as opposed to having to go through that process at the start of the game, which I was like, I would be happy with any sort of wind. So first wind, second wind, whatever. But basically his message was, it is a real big adjustment. And so you need to put yourself through that kind of workout before the game starts so your lungs are ready for that rarefied air. I thought it was fascinating. I couldn't believe that you basically have to get a strong workout in before you play in an NFL game.
Right. Now, Jason, we know the facts about this game. What makes this game fascinating is both the Packers are in first place in the NFC North, the Broncos are in first place in the AFC West. But the Packers, I was just looking at their losses. Their 3 losses are by a combined 9 points. And Denver, who has won 10 in a row, but 6 of their wins are by a combined 14 points. So do we really know how good this Denver team is? Because there's some that, some of those comebacks could have been considered luck.
Yeah, and their division is not exactly the best division in football either, right? I mean,
right.
Look, they've won 11 games. Out of those 11 games, 9 of them they trailed in the fourth quarter and had a win with fourth quarter comebacks. Now, what does that tell us? Well, on one hand, it tells us that they rally, right? That's a good quality to have in your team. On the flip side, to your point, they're not like blowing anybody out, and they're having to come back at the end of games. And you can only live dangerously like that for so long. So correct. I am very curious about this game. The natural feeling, kind of like you were saying about the weather, the natural feeling is, it's a non-division, non-conference game. It's not that important. But it really is, especially with the Bears playing the Browns. The Packers lost to the Browns this year, so the Browns could beat anybody for all we know. But if the Bears beat the Browns and the Packers lose to the Broncos on Sunday, then we go into that following Saturday game, and we're right back where we started before the Packers beat the Bears last Sunday. That the winner will come out in first place, and the difference will be there'll be only 2 games left in the regular season after that one.
So Brandon McManus, didn't he play for the Broncos up until 2022? The kicker?
He did. Look at you.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, no, I'm proud of you too. I didn't know that.
Pat on the head. Look at you. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, hey, Julia, that's not your job to know that stuff. It's my job. and it was really, I will say this about Brandon since you brought him up. Like, it's been a rough season for him, right? He had the quadriceps injury in his kicking leg. He missed a bunch of kicks. They brought a young guy in that kicked the team record 61-yard field goal while he was sidelined. But I think the Packers feel really good that he has finally passed all that. He's made all of his kicks the last 3 games. And remember, speaking of him playing for the Broncos, he kicked in their Super Bowl 50 win a decade ago. So he has that big game experience. And this is obviously the time of year where the games get bigger and bigger and bigger each week. So that's a good thing to have in your kicker.
Jason, Josh Jacobs is listed as questionable. Do you see any scenario he does not play Sunday?
I think he will play, to your point. At the same time, like, they really have struggled with this. Like, he banged his knee on that concrete that they call turf at MetLife Stadium, and it's been bothering him ever since. And so this week they took the approach. They had him sit out practice yesterday. They had him sit out practice on Wednesday, and then he practiced today on a limited basis. He said he's playing, but of course, players like him especially, they always think they're playing. But this is a big game, to your point from earlier. So, again, they can't say – and Matt LaFleur, somebody asked him today, you can't rest him and think, well, we got the Bears next week. They need this one too. I expect he'll play.
We get to talk to Jason after the game on Monday.
Oh, that is great.
Right here on Wisconsin's Afternoon News. Isn't that great? He is Jason Wilde. He is warming up. You know, maybe he is going to be taking off his makeup since he was just on TV.
Yeah.
Getting that shellac off.
Hey, he's going to get that balmy 60 degrees out in Denver, man. We're not feeling sorry for him
Are
while
you
we're
going out
dealing
there?
with this.
You're not going out there, are you?
The more important piece of information here is, just so you understand, I don't wear makeup. One of the great things about my
Jason,
TV
you have to
job
wear makeup.
No,
Please.
They don't even make me shave, Julia. They're just so happy to have me on television.
Wow. All right. As long as you have a really good light.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
And Jason, I'm with you. I don't wear makeup either when I do TV.
Telly.
See?
I don't.
Guys.
Kelly's naturally handsome. They just.
I know. I'm looking at like, I don't need makeup. Oh.
No, it's because I sweat and I ended up wiping it off anyway. So I'm like, why even put it on?
He is Jason Wilde. Check him out from 9 to noon on ESPN Wisconsin, 94.5, Wilde and Tausch. And also check out his awesome articles on channel3000.com. Talk to you Monday.
All right, everybody. Take care. Be good.
Thank you. It's 426 on WTMJ.
Milwaukee Weight Loss is extending their huge holiday sale with $300 off now through December 26th with the lowest prices of the year on the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. You can start losing those unwanted pounds either before, during, or after the holidays. No more losing weight and gaining it back. You can keep the weight off for good with this program. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, WTMJ, Steve Scafidi here. I took advantage of the Milwaukee Weight Loss Program, lost 45 pounds this year. You can take advantage of the lowest prices of the year with $300 off. But hurry, sale ends on December 26th. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call for your free consultation, 262-449-1180. That's 262-449-1180 or MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Your Green and Gold Insiders is sponsored by Window Nation.
You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's your turn to enjoy life your way. At Capri Communities, they offer vibrant senior living where neighbors become friends, and each day brings something to smile about.
Well, it's breakfast with the boys, and then bingo is at 3 in the afternoon. I lost that super lady I lived with for 60 years, but have found a home and doing well. The accommodations, the facilities, it's been a pleasure.
Find your perfect new home at capricommunities.com.
Hey, John Mercure here. I love Otto's Wine and Spirits. It makes me smile. Serving Milwaukee since 1945. It's where I buy my wine. It's where I buy my beer. It's where I buy my spirits. It's Otto's Wine and Spirits, employee-owned, friendly staff, 7 locations. They know what they're doing. They've got the best prices at Otto's. They've got the best selection. Open 7 days a week with several locations. Milwaukee, Menominee Falls, which is where I go. Elm Grove, Brown Deer, Cedarburg. It's Otto's Wine and Spirits. They are the real deal. Buy it at Otto's.
This winter, upgrade your home and your savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows, roofing, siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Get it done now and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our biggest year-end blowout. Call 262-800-4274 or head to extpros.com. Don't wait. These holiday savings melt away fast. Exterior Pros and Baths. Your home upgraded for the holidays.
Vince Vitrano for my team at Horner Plumbing. Are you hosting this holiday season or even have family staying at the house? Let's get everything tightened up before your guests arrive. There is room on the schedule at Horner to do your project in time for your holiday guests. So whether it's getting that leaky shower or sink fixed or a major project so you can accommodate more of your family, my team at Horner is ready to go. With a free quote and upfront pricing, you know your project will fit your budget. $50 off your first service when you tell them Vinny sent you. HornerPlumbing.com.
Hey, John Mercure here, joined by my friend Jay Saunders, the Senior PR Manager at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Hey, Jay.
John, good to talk to you.
Hey, the Thanksgiving leftovers are long gone for most people. So if you're tired of turkey, there are some great things cooking at your restaurants. I love this. What's going on?
Yeah, no shortage of amazing things coming out of the kitchens. Don't miss 2 days of great specials at Dream Dance Steakhouse, prime rib on Thursdays, a surf and turf feast for 2 on Sundays, Rugi has a brand new look with the same great menu of Asian cuisine, including hand-rolled sushi. We've got the winter menu out at Cream City Coffee, including some amazing sweet treats made in-house. I personally suggest the maple long john with a piece of candied bacon on top. Yeah, exactly. I've gained 5 pounds just thinking about it. And never too early to think about Christmas and New Year's. Go to our website for more on our specials, what we're cooking up, and to make your reservations.
Hey, speaking of New Year's, sounds like you guys have a big old party planned.
You know, it's Milwaukee's biggest New Year's Eve party. All we do here is go big. We'll start with Noon Year's Eve with cash prizes, drawings for the early birds. Then we kick it into high gear throughout the property. Not one, not two, 3 different DJs get you ready for 2026. Live music at Rockin' Brews, drink special throughout the casino, and a glow bingo party in the bingo hall. It's something you really have to experience. I can't really describe it. It's just amazing.
It sounds really super cool, and plenty of ways to win out there at Potawatomi.
That's right. Dive into some Arctic action. Play your favorite slot machines with your rewards card to gain entries into Thursday night drawings. Don't miss our table games, poker, sportsbook, where you can catch all the action on our 2,100 square foot screen. You can also catch a shuttle to all Milwaukee Bucks home games. The sportsbook is the place to be as we get towards the playoffs in football and both pro and college.
Exciting stuff. The website is Potawatomi.com. Jay Saunders, thank you so much, Jay. We appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
Remember, Marty's Pizza.
Right off I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 4:31. I'm Jessica Gatso. Your top story, a Facebook marketplace jewelry heist.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Southbound 43 got a couple of issues. We got an accident right at the Marquette interchange on the ramp to get onto westbound 94. It's off on the right shoulder. And then we've got another one on 4394 southbound right at the ramp from Beecher Street. That one does have the left lane blocked, so be careful with that. Delays pretty much stretching all the way from Capitol Drive down to the KK River crossing. On the northbound side, we got backups from the base of the high-rise bridge all the way up towards Locust. Westbound 94 heavy from 27th Street past Hawley Road. Eastbound's backing up from 92nd Street all the way to Hawley Road as well. And on 41 southbound, watch for delays from Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
A cold weather advisory goes into effect. That starts at midnight for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, skies become partly cloudy, a low of 5 degrees below zero inland and 1 below zero by the lake. Those wind chills from 5 to 15 below zero. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, 2 Wisconsin residents are robbed of their jewelry in Illinois. Harvard police responded around 1:45 a.m. Thursday after a couple from Janesville sold the jewelry through Facebook Marketplace. They agreed to meet the buyers on the north end of Harvard, Illinois, who then stole the jewelry and fled into Wisconsin. Walworth County deputies chased the car into Racine County, eventually stopping it with spike strips. 25-year-old Solomon Bankhead, 24-year-old Dominic Black, and 19-year-old Blair Stiles, all from Kenosha, were arrested. They're being held in the Walworth County Jail awaiting extradition to Illinois. A youth sports director from Muskego is facing federal sex crime charges. 46-year-old Justin Kagerbauer is the former director of tryouts for the Croatian Eagles soccer club in Franklin. He was indicted for attempting foreign travel to engage in a sexual act with a minor, using a computer to engage in unlawful sexual activity, and distributing child pornography. Kagerbauer was the target of an undercover operation for allegedly communicating with a 9-year-old girl for living in the UK. He planned to travel there to have sex with her. If convicted on all 3 counts, he could face life in prison. The White House is responding to the release of photos from the Epstein estate.
The 19 photos released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee are a small selection of the more than 95,000 in the case. They include photos of President Trump, former President Clinton, and former Prince Andrew. Republicans say none of the photos show any wrongdoing, while the White House accuses Democrats of, quote, selectively releasing cherry-picked photos and trying to create a false narrative. The statement also calls the Epstein case, quote, the Democrat hoax. These photos are separate from a deadline of next week compelling the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Remembering a school tragedy in Madison. Next Tuesday marks the 1-year anniversary of the shooting at Abundant Life Christian School. 3 people died, including the student shooter, and 6 others were injured. Former principal Doug Butler is grateful for the outpouring of support.
We also reflect on the tremendous outpouring of support that we received, not just from our church community, but from Madison and Dane County, around the state, and even across the nation and the world. We were well loved and cared for.
One of those injured, 18-year-old Sammy Garduno Martinez, is still in rehab in Chicago. Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. Packers running back Josh Jacobs sits out practice this week as he continues to battle a knee injury. Jacobs is expected to suit up and play Sunday when the Packers face the Broncos in Denver. Badgers women's volleyball team defeats Stanford 3-1 in the NCAA regional semifinals. They play Texas next on Sunday. Badger sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding and a whole lot more. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 4:35.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ Talk and Text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts, all while helping a great cause.
It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
The news is sponsored by Marty's Pizza in Delafield.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
4:37 on WTMJ. There's newly released photos from the Epstein estate, including images of President Trump, Clinton, he's now not even a prince anymore.
Yeah.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is his name now, not Prince Andrew anymore. Woody Allen, Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, and more. We have with us Sasha Pesnick, ABC News reporter. Sasha, what photos were just released of Donald Trump?
Hey there. So exactly right. Some of these images have never publicly been seen before. This first batch of 19 photos obtained from the Epstein estate shows him hobnobbing and hanging out with some of the most high-profile titans across different spheres of influence, from politics to Hollywood to business and academia. There were a few of now President Trump, as you mentioned. There's 3 showing Donald Trump, although Epstein himself is shown in only one, from a 1990s Victoria's Secret event, and shows Epstein next to Trump as he speaks with a young woman at the crowded event. But there are so many others of the top luminaries of our time disclosed in this batch here across different industries in the last couple decades. And of course, it's important to emphasize that these people appearing in these photos is not evidence of any wrongdoing whatsoever. And some of the context and the time frame, location of the photos, that's still unclear. What we do know is that they're part of this massive trove, as you mentioned, of more than 95,000 photos turned over from the estate in response to a subpoena. They include these images of Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, Woody Allen, Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, former Prince Andrew, as you mentioned, and billionaire Richard Branson, among others. And it fills in this picture visually of what we know and have reported on, that Jeffrey Epstein absolutely was shopping his political financial acumen with major power players on the international stage right up until the time that he later would be arrested on sex trafficking charges, but was certainly involved with a lot of powerful people.
Former President Bill Clinton, what is he seen doing in the photos with Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, one shows a rare image of former President Bill Clinton with both Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The photo shows a smiling Clinton standing in a group of people and shows what appears to be Clinton's signature on the photo. It doesn't show anything that would indicate any sort of wrongdoing. Of course, we have reached out for comment. There's also one of a jeans-clad Epstein seen chatting with director Woody Allen on what looks like a film set. Woody Allen is wearing a pair of headphones around his neck, sitting in one of those iconic director's chairs, while Epstein appears to be looking at a video monitor. Woody Allen also appears in some of the other photos on board an airplane with former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers and his wife, another sitting at a table with a smiling Epstein and a woman whose identity is redacted, and another where he's chatting with political strategist Steve Bannon, Trump's longtime advisor. Bannon, who himself also appears in some of the other photos, including one apparent mirror selfie with Jeffrey Epstein, and another of Bannon sitting across from Epstein at a desk.
Sasha, is this just the first drove of pictures that are going to be released? Will there be more? Because the ones that I saw didn't seem like it was too incriminating. It was just people in social gatherings. But are there more pictures and photos of that nature that will be released?
Right, a lot of social gatherings and oversight Democrats who are releasing these say they're reviewing the full set of photos, and they will continue to release more over the coming days and weeks. And in fact, just moments ago, they did. 70-plus newly published images mostly appear to be from Epstein's properties. Again, there's not a ton of context for them. One includes, it's a close-up shot of a massage therapy machine. There's one of Jeffrey Epstein in a bubble bath. A shower curtain is concealing most of his body. And then there's one Halloween display of a, quote, pumpkin that shows a carved jack-o'-lantern type of pumpkin wearing a blonde wig and a sign above it that says, "Make Halloween Great Again." So as they review these photos from the Epstein estate, they say they will be releasing more. Meanwhile, the White House has accused the Democrats, as well as some Republicans have accused the Democrats of cherry-picking the photos that they're releasing in order to create this false narrative and malign President Trump. But meanwhile, Democrats say they will continue to release more as they are ready. And of course, we're coming up against that deadline next week for grand jury materials to be unsealed, other yet undisclosed evidence from the government's investigative files. We could see that pretty soon, coming up just a week left to make that deadline.
Wow, very strange. Sasha Pesnick is ABC News reporter. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you.
Again, those were from Democrats in the House Oversight Committee today releasing that batch of photographs. All right, it's 4:42 on WTMJ.
How do you want your backyard to look? New deck, patio, shade area, pergola, fire pit, in-ground pool, outdoor kitchen, or all of it? Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build your space, and everyone will scream wow when they see your new backyard. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Happy holidays! It's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strofe, and the Hot House Tavern in Menominee Falls has made its worst decision yet. They're letting me host Trivia Night this Wednesday, December 17th at 7 p.m. I'll be asking the questions, pretending to know the answers, and probably mispronouncing at least 3 words. At least. And you can laugh at me while also helping the kids bring a new unwrapped toy to donate and feel good that you made a difference, thus feeling less bad about making fun of me. We will see you this Wednesday at the Hot House Tavern in Menominee Falls. Trivia starts at 7 o'clock.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all. America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait.
And TC Energy is moving forward confidently. The Wisconsin Reliability Project is unlocking billions in economic growth.
WTMJ's
by
Eric
connecting
Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You ever wonder how your house would look if it were a different color, or had a new roof, or maybe a splashy front door? Well, you can see for yourself just by going to TriCountyContractingWI.com. Add a photo of your house and design a new look. Then call them when you're ready. TriCountyContractingWI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
America stands at the ready to build faster, achieve more. The future won't wait. And TC Energy is moving forward confidently. The Wisconsin Reliability Project is unlocking billions in economic growth by connecting Wisconsin with reliable North American natural gas, helping the entire state go further. TC Energy, energy connected. Learn how we're strengthening America from the inside out at tcenergy.com.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ talk and text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends, test your smarts, all while helping a great cause. It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment, flanners.com. Just press play.
Upgrade your entertainment setup today. For the best in audio and video for your home, indoors and outdoors, Flanners Home Entertainment delivers sound advice at the best price. Flanners, just press play.
Traffic and then weather, Debbie Lazaga.
Still have a couple of accidents to deal with right now. We've got one on 43 southbound heading into the Marquette interchange. That one's off on the right shoulder. And then we have another one on 4394 southbound right at Beecher Street. The left lane is blocked with that. So delays pretty much coming in from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette down to the one at Beecher Street. So careful with that. Northbound is backing up through the Marquette all the way up to North Avenue. Westbound 94 backing up from 27th Street to about Hawley Road. Eastbound is also slowing from 92nd Street to Hawley. And then on the bypass, southbound, slowing down just before Greenfield Avenue down towards Lincoln. You're back on the brake south of National down and around the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound to just about 68th Street. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
We have a cold weather advisory that goes into effect at midnight for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, partly cloudy, 5 below zero will be your low, 1 below zero at the lake. Wind chills will make it feel like it's 15 below zero. Tomorrow, a slight chance of morning snow to the south, a high of 8 degrees. Wind chills will make it feel like it's 25 below zero. Sunday, mostly sunny, still very cold. Those wind chills will make it feel like it's 25 below zero as well. Monday, warming up just a tad, partly cloudy, a high of 20. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, a high of 36. 447 on WTMJ. She is your plant doctor, Melinda Myers, and you can always see her awesome on-demand webinars at melindamyers.com. Melinda, thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. Always glad to talk with you and talk about plants.
Yes, and tell us about the holiday plants. When you're doing a selection of what type of plants to buy this time of year for your loved ones, what do we need to be aware of?
You know, a couple things. One is if you're buying a gift, always make sure it's properly wrapped. Most garden centers and florists will do that because you hate to give someone a chilled plant that dies the next day. And then try to match the plant to their care and also what they like. Poinsettias are a favorite, and there's so many available in a wide variety of colors. The other thing is, if somebody's a low-maintenance gardener, I'm a fan of anthuriums. They're the ones with kind of heart-shaped. We call them the flowers, but they're really modified leaves. They're very drought-tolerant. They bloom for a long time. They really do well, even if the person tends to maybe focus on benign neglect. They're a little more forgiving than some. Amaryllis, watching that bulb explode into a flowering stem is pretty exciting, and it can last for weeks. And so it's kind of fun to watch that progress from planting or from the pot to as it sprouts and flowers. I worked at a Poinsettia Ranch years ago when I was in college in Southern California. So as much as I love poinsettias, I was ready for a break. And so I really fell in love with cyclamen. And you'll see them at most holidays, whites, lavenders, reds, and pinks. Very decorative leaves that are low to the ground. Then these spikes of flowers that look like shooting stars come up. Another one that blooms for a long period of time.
Oh, my goodness. You were at a poinsettia farm?
Yes, and Ecky's Poinsettia, who supplied cuttings and plants for around the world. So we were out in the field taking cuttings, we were sticking cuttings, packaging for shipping. It was kind of a wonderful summer, and just experiencing poinsettias from harvest. They did a lot of breeding, so it was a really exciting time to see kind of that whole process. And now, you know, when you go into a store and you buy a poinsettia, having some of that knowledge about where they came from in terms of the production is kind of fun.
That's really fun. You know, amaryllis is also extremely fun. My dad just gave me one, and it was just its little bulb, and it was covered in wax, which was interesting. I'm like, should I water this? What should I do? And it does it on its own so quickly, and I think that's such a good gift.
You bet, and especially people who are a little intimidated, the waxed amaryllis, you do nothing to them. I've given them as gifts too, and I have to say, no, just enjoy them. Don't water, don't plant them. Right? It's amazing to watch that it's everything it needs is in that bulb. The wax keeps the moisture in. If you want to keep that going and try to rebloom it, you can remove the wax, which I've done, pot it up, and I've had good luck with my amaryllis blooming the following year. So I really have amaryllis in bloom most of the year. I get a lot of them as bulbs that I plant up, but I also love the waxed ones to give as gifts because I think it takes that fear out of, you know, people that might be a little timid about gardening.
I completely agree. Okay, so let's just say that a lot of people have their plants, you know, even orchids, you know, that are by the window, and they're worried about, you know, that we don't have as much daylight this time of year. Should we be worried about that?
Well, you know, that's a great question. So when they're blooming, we want them in a bright location. With this cold weather we're having, you know, maybe check the temperature close to your window. You might need to pull some of your house plants away from the window just because of the cold, especially with the wind that coming through. I have to move some of my plants back a couple feet when it gets this cold. So good bright light. Keep it in a cool location. It'll extend the bloom time. And after it's done flowering, if you're going to try to keep it and either rebloom it or grow it on as a house plant, you know, then a little brighter light. It can go into a little bit warmer condition. Keep the soil evenly moist for the most part while they're blooming. Don't overdo it. Always remove the excess. When I go to a party, somebody will always drag me over to their poinsettia and go, what's wrong with it? And the first thing I do is lift it out of the foil or the decorative pot, and there's an inch of water in the bottom. So make sure it drains either elevated above any water that collects using pebbles. Punch holes in that foil if you're going to leave it there. Bend the foil down because you're right. We have shorter days, grayer days, so we want that light reaching the plant from top to bottom.
She's our plant doctor, Melinda Myers. You can check out her on-demand webinars at melindamyers.com. Melinda, have a wonderful Christmas.
You too. Thanks so much.
4:53 on WTMJ.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ talk and text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts, all while helping a great cause. It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
Milwaukee doesn't do dainty in December. Instead, the city rolls out giant hand-picked ornaments with that look borrowed by Paul Bunyan's holiday stash. The ornament trail is back and bigger than ever, with new pieces popping up across more neighborhoods. Here's Debbie Lazaga.
When winter shows up in Wisconsin, it doesn't knock. It kicks the door open, tracks snow through the